back on the CTC46. This is going to be a pretty short video. I've already hooked up the color generator here and have touched up the convergence, and without even thinking, and I might have wanted to actually film that, but all the same, here we are. And I'll kind of show you what I did anyway. But coming around here, you know, we've got a nice full screen. The top has been adjusted. It's pretty good. If you get real close to scrutinize it, you can see how it's off. But honestly, some of these TV sets, when they were new and they left the showroom, they weren't even set up this well. So I mean, you get about this far away and it's pretty spot on. So all the controls now are, this is the vertical, which is having trouble before. I mean, it's got a pretty big lock-in range, which is exactly what we want. No hair trigger controls. Horizontal locks in, and all the other controls are good too. That's color, of course. It's not, we're looking at black and white. But now this control here is kind of dark, but there's a automatic color management switch, and I recommend leaving it off, because when it's pushed in, it's with a strong signal, it really kind of doesn't work too well. Let's flip this over to color bars now. See, you push it in, it goes right to black and white, and that is with a really strong signal applied. So I recommend leaving it off and just setting the controls manually. Now, problem number 2 with this switch is it's been abused, so it doesn't snap in and snap out as well as it should. The retrace lines here, I've narrowed down to being a fault with the picture tube itself. You know, this picture tube, it produces a nice bright picture, it's got bright colors, but it's going to give you this retrace, and sometimes that does happen, black and white and color tubes alike. They can cause this sort of an issue, but you know, if you're, for standard TV watching, it's really not, I don't see it presenting itself as a major issue, because you're going to be watching moving pictures for the most part, and it won't really be an annoyance. But back to this. What I did, this uses a convergence board that's pretty standard across the industry for, you know, the 60s through the 70s. And these boards give you the option. The bottom refers to the bottom side of the screen, top side of the screen, left side and right side. First control, red and green, horizontal, red, green, horizontal, and the same over here. They just control the different areas of the screen, like I said. And this can be slightly misleading because of this position, this horizontal, it refers to the actual line itself. It does not refer to the movement. So if we were to move the top horizontal, it is going to adjust the horizontal line vertically. It's not going to adjust a vertical line horizontally. So I just needed to touch up on that and bring everything in. And one final issue in the vertical circuit that I saw was there is a 2-watt resistor at the bottom of this board here that tested okay, but when I looked at it, it looked like it had been overheated. And for those of you who have worked with electronics before, know what happens when a resistor gets overheated. It kind of swells up, bulges, and kind of cracks, and then it starts to discolor around the swelling. And the resistor that was in there was swollen. It hadn't discolored yet, but it did have a little crack in it. So that blue resistor in there is the replacement, and it doesn't seem to be having any issue. So that's going to be a wrap on the CTC46. I'm going to let it run for a week while I'm in the shop before it gets sent back.
So right around 9 o'clock, she's going to get very angry with me. Why is she going to get angry with you? Well, because, George, nice girls get angry when guys take advantage of them. Oh. You mean you're going to go touch her on her... No, George. Look, it's just an act, right? Okay, so, 9 o'clock, you're strolling through the parking lot. You see us struggling in the car. You walk up, you open the door, and you say, "You're lying, George." Oh, hey you, get your damn hands